Today we're diving into the mind-boggling world of parallel universes and some seriously eerie photographs that challenge everything we think we know about science. My name is AJ with Most Amazing, and these are the top 10 scary parallel universe photos that defy science. At number 10, where is the rest of this apartment building? Man, that razor-thin building in the picture is something else. I mean, you cannot convince me that it's not one-dimensional. I mean, seriously, how the heck did they pull off this effect? It looks like 3 sides of this building just disappeared into the thin air, leaving it looking like a single one-dimensional side of an apartment building, missing all the rest of its walls. I'm telling you, man, it seems like either a parallel universe collided with ours just at that perfect spot, or this picture is proof that we live in a simulated reality and that the rest of the building simply failed to render. I'll let you guys decide in the comments. At number 9, the monster of Mariana's Trench. Now this one isn't a photo, but real life unexpected audio depicting what sounds like the freaking Kraken emerging out of the depths of the Mariana Trench. So a submarine descending into the depths of the deepest crevice on Earth, scientists heard an unidentifiable sound, which almost sounded like giant claws were carving into the side of the trench's walls. This weird noise, now known to science as the Western Pacific biotwang, love that word, got recorded multiple times between 2014 and 2015. Now experts can't be sure on what exactly is making this horrific sound, however they think, and emphasis on think, that it's the jam of a dwarf minke whale, or minke whale, a kind of baleen whale. But here's the puzzler, see usually whales only belt out these sorts of sounds when they're flirting for a date, but this one is breaking all of the rules, playing its tune all year round and at the bottom of the trench. Why? Nobody knows. Maybe it's a whale, maybe it's freaking Cthulhu coming to get us. If you're enjoying the video so far, you can support the channel by pressing like, subscribing to Most Amazing, and ringing that notification bell. At number 8 is the airplane in space. Check out this incredible view from somebody's airplane seat. It seriously looks like the pilot got a bit carried away and flew the plane way too high, like straight into our atmosphere. I mean, that purple-pink cosmic display through the window is like, almost looks like a whole otherworldly galaxy out there. Now, logic is telling me that, for as mind-blowing as this seems, that this cosmic spectacle might not be intergalactic after all. Personally think what we're looking at here is a stunning pattern created by droplets of water freezing on the window in this particular pattern. Those frozen droplets can form these breathtaking shapes that mimic the beauty of a distant galaxy. So while I really want to believe that this plane is on its way to Alpha Centauri, it's probably just nature showing off its creative side. I can't quite think of an explanation for the colors though. I mean, have you ever seen the sky take on those shades of purple and pink? I mean, maybe we are looking at man's first interplanetary travel from the inside of a 747. At number 7 are perfect rows of bubbles in a pot of boiling water. This pot of boiling water is definitely something else. At first glance, you might have mistaken that water for a sheet of bubble wrap, what with how pristine the rows of bubbles are aligned. But alas, what you're looking at is actually perfectly synchronized boiling water, with the bubbles lined up in perfect rows, giving off that we live in a simulation kind of vibe. I mean, just look at it, it's like nature's created this perfect orderly pattern in the chaos of this boiling water. Bubbles line up in these perfect rows, almost like they're following some sort of unseen code or snapping to a grid. Kinda makes you wonder if there's some underlying structure or design to everything around us, you know? Crazy how even the seemingly innocuous act of simply bringing water to a boil, you can spot these bizarrely organized patterns that hint at a glitch in the code of reality. At number 6 is the victim of the beast. This gravestone, belonging to Lily E. Gray, claims she lived from June 1881 to November of 1958, making it to 77 years old. But what's eerie about this tombstone, aside from the fact that somebody seems to have adorned it with what looks like an offering of garlic, is that it claims that Lily was a, quote, victim of the beast 666. Now that's the kind of thing that makes you pause and wonder. I mean, I would definitely consider grabbing a Ouija board to chat with Lily and find out exactly what the heck went down. Really curious to know the full scoop behind that eerie inscription. I mean, seriously though, seeing something like Victim of the Beast 666 on a gravestone is like stumbling upon a mystery that's just begging to be solved. Kind of thing that makes you want to start concocting wild theories and wanting to delve deeper into the story behind it. Now, I'm not really sure if this is supposed to be a reference or some sort of symbolic inscription or something else entirely, but it's definitely intriguing. At number 5, where the hell is this car parked? So here's the picture from a perspective of somebody sitting in their car, parked in their driveway, which is obviously outside. However, if you take a look in the rear view mirror, where you would expect to see the street or whatever the heck is behind the car, instead you're met with the sight of the inside of what appears to be an infant's bedroom with crib, rocking horse and all. The perspective almost makes it look as though the car was parked right inside, but I mean that clearly ain't the case. It's mind-boggling. Perhaps this is a real-life glitch, or maybe just a portal to another dimension opened up right behind this driver. But come on, like, how does this even happen? You park your car and somehow the view from the back window is straight into somebody's bedroom? Perfectly unexpected and surreal. Now, I'm assuming that this is just one of those rare and totally baffling situations where everything aligns just perfectly to create this mind-blowing optical illusion. Either that, or the driver just stepped inside a real-life Twilight Zone episode. At number 4 is this airplane cabin fog. If I were someone with a touch of airplane anxiety, seeing my cabin filled with fog would definitely have me questioning why I didn't sneak a parachute into my carry-on. I mean, seriously. It's like this plane just flew straight into an interdimensional plane and entered the Stephen King mist reality. But even being indoors doesn't seem like a safe bet in this scenario. Crazy how something as simple as fog filling up a cabin can give off that eerie otherworldly vibe. So upon discovering this image, I just had to go digging for an explanation, and luckily, science actually does have an answer for this one. Okay, so here's the deal. Misty fog can pop up in your airplane for a few reasons. One biggie is changes in temperature and humidity. When you've got folks boarding and there's bringing in moisture from outside, especially if there's a sudden change in the cabin's conditions, it can cause condensation, and bam, next thing you know, it's fog city up in there. Now sometimes this could also be a little glitch in the plane's air conditioning or ventilation system, or maybe somebody keeps opening and closing the overhead bins a bunch, or there's a door constantly getting jiggled during boarding. Allegedly, all that can let in humid air, leading to the whole fog show somehow. So rest assured, it's not paranormal activity or anything. Apparently this happens a lot more often than you would think, and there are actually procedures in place for the flight crew to sort it out. At number 3, this partially rendered building glitch. Imagine strolling down the streets on a cloudy day, minding your own business, and suddenly you spot this building that seems like it's been playing hide and seek with reality. So there's this brick wall that seems like it's in the middle of being painted, but the color of the new paint is an exact match to the gloomy gray sky hovering behind it. It's like someone took a break halfway through painting and the background weather decided to join in on the fun by being all gray and moody. It's the ultimate accidental camouflage, making you wonder if you're witnessing a real-life Matrix glitch. The way the building's facade blends seamlessly with the sky creates this surreal effect, like our wall was only halfway materialized in our world. This is the part where you'd start questioning whether a painter overslept on the job, or this is the genius architectural illusion meant to mess with our heads. The brick wall seems to merge with the atmosphere, giving off this effect like when buildings partially render in video games. The kind of sight that makes you rub your eyes twice, making sure you're not living in a digital simulation. At number 2 is this interdimensional spider. This neon green spider looks like it's straight out of Dimension 42, minus the 42 insignia on its booty. Like, come on, you're telling me that this thing ain't radioactive? That I won't turn into Spider-Man if it takes a bite out of me? You must be the crazy one. Now, what's even eerier is how the spider has a white carnival clown looking face. Now, believe it or not, there are actually a plethora of spider species that are neon green, and this pretty faced little guy is likely part of the Mopsus Mormon species, though I am not a spider expert, so I can't say for sure. Now, the reason behind this crazy coloration is either to attract mates or camouflage themselves. It seems like Spider-Man ain't the only one setting fashion trends here. And hey, this neon green spider might be a standout in its own right, but it's just one of the many examples of wondrous diversity nature has up its sleeve. And at number 1 is the don't care button. Have you seen this keyboard with a dedicated don't care button? It almost feels kind of rebellious to have such a key, but now that I know that it exists, I am seriously thinking that it should be standard on every single keyboard out there. Like, no kidding. I mean, who wouldn't want that level of carefree functionality at their fingertips? Imagine having a button solely designated for the don't care mood, like a magic portal to a world where you can just shrug things off with a click. But seriously, where the heck has this button been all this time? Honestly, I would definitely sign up to live in a reality where this don't care button is the norm. It's one of those genius ideas that makes you wonder why it hasn't been part of our lives from the get-go. Who knew such a single key could make life feel so refreshingly carefree? Well, folks, wasn't that a mind-twisting journey through the unknown? These photos certainly keep the debate about parallel universes alive and kicking, so whether it's a glitch in the Matrix or a glimpse into another dimension, these mysterious images continue to fuel our fascination with the infinite possibilities of the universe. Stay curious, amazed, and who knows, maybe one day we'll uncover the truth behind these spine-chilling glimpses into parallel worlds. As always, if there's a scary parallel universe photo that you think I've missed, feel free to let me know down in the comments. This has been AJ with Most Amazing, and I'll catch you all in another video. Later.